بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. This is Miss Layla Jehani. Inshallah, today we will start our semester, the second semester, with Unit 5, Since When? This is the title of our unit. Inshallah, today we will cover Lesson 1, Listen and Discuss, okay? Inshallah, by the end of our lesson, our unit today and our lesson, you will be able to identify some terms related to technology. So you will hear a lot of words, a lot of terms related to technology, and you will identify it, you will see it, and you will know the meaning of it, okay? And also, inshallah, we will listen together and discuss some texts related to technology and inventions. And inshallah, by the end of the lesson, you will be able to answer the comprehension check questions related to the text we have listened to, okay? We have this picture in front of you. Look at this picture. What can you see? You see a boy. Where do you think the boy is going to? He's going to school, okay? He's going to school, okay? So imagine that you are this boy. If you're a girl, imagine that you're a girl going to your school, okay? When you are preparing to go, what do you do in the morning? Okay? What technology do you use? Do you wake up or do you use an alarm? You use an alarm clock? Or do you use your phone to set the alarm so you can wake up in the morning? Or does your mother or sibling wake you up when they are preparing also to go to school? Okay? So these things, we use it in our daily life, okay? And we have other things we use in our daily life. These are part of technology. These are machines, inventions, okay? We use it in our daily life. So go to the morning when you wake up and prepare to go to your school, okay? Which ones do you use in the when you prepare in the morning? Which ones? Do you use the microwave to reheat your breakfast? Do you use the boiler to make your tea or coffee? Which ones do you use? Do you use this radio or no, you don't? Okay, do you use the vacuum machine when you go to school, before you go to school? No, maybe after you help and clean it up. So all of these, do you watch TV? Do you use the fridge? These are all inventions. They are here to help us and make our life more comfortable. Yes? Look at these questions. Imagine, how was what you did today different from what people did 100 years ago? Imagine the life or the morning of the people living 100 years ago. Is it the same? Do you have the same lifestyles? Do you think they set an alarm or they use the clock? We don't know. Do you think they have microwave those days? Do you think their life is really easy like our life today? Alhamdulillah, everything is much easier with these inventions. صح? طيب, when do you think these inventions were invented? When did someone create these machines, invent these machines? Do you know when? No? No clue? Inshallah, today, by the end of the lesson, you will know when. You will have a lot of information. You will hear a lot of information, and you will hear the dates. You will know when it is invented. You will have a lot of details, which some of it surprising, okay? طيب, can you live without them? Can you imagine that your life without technology, without cameras, without phones, without microwaves? Do you think you can live without them? No? Me too. They make our life easier, enjoyable, more comfortable, yes? So Open your books, page 48 and 49. 48 and 49. You have your texts there and you have different pictures, like the ones here. Here we have, in the first one, you have an old computer and we have a laptop, picture of a laptop. You have TV, an old one and a new one. Also, you can see it on your book. And also here you have an old printer. This is the new one. Old camera. This is the new modern one. This is the old cell phones. They look bigger, and this is how they look. They have the buttons here. And here, this is the new cell phones. This is an old stove and a modern stove. Okay, these pictures they show us the comparison between the old and the new of the same invention, the same tool. Okay. طيب, the question is, how long do you think these inventions have been around? When you saw the pictures, the old pictures, when do you think these inventions have been around? Do you think they are modern nowadays? No, they are here long time ago, maybe decades ago. Okay, they were invented. The second question, you can find it also in your book, page 48. How have these things changed people's lives? Do you think having these things changed people's lives, or their life is the same? It did, excellent, it did. It changed people's life. It made their life what? Easier, comfortable, enjoyable. How enjoyable? What do you mean when you said enjoyable? Yes, sometimes we listen to music, sometimes we watch TV to have fun, for enjoyable time. Okay? The third question, which of them can't you live without? Tell me one of these inventions in front of you can't live without. Which one? Choose one you can't live without. You can live without a camera? Yes, why do you think? Because excellent, you have it on your phone. If you have your phone, then you have a camera, alarm clock. But what about printers? Can you live without printers? Yes, you can, maybe, maybe, because I think nowadays everything becomes soft copies. You don't need the hard copies all the time like before. What about stoves and ovens? Can you live without it? No. Some of you said yes, some of you said no. Yes, how would you cook? How would you reheat your food? How would you do it? It's very essential, it's very important to have some of these things in our lives, okay? Now, we have the first part of the reading. Listen to this part. We will do it one by one, and we will have some questions, and we will discuss it together. Let's hear the first part.
Many inventions aren't as old as you think. The following inventions are part of people's everyday lives, but some haven't been around for all that long. Read about their history. Does any of the information surprise you?
Okay, here we have some inventions. Read about the information and the history of these inventions. And he's asked a question at the end. Does any of the information surprise you? So tell me if there is a surprise in the information you will find out, inshallah, today. Let's read the first paragraph, which is about computers. Let's listen together.
Computers. Computers have changed the lives of so many people. The IBM 701 computer, produced in 1953, was huge, slow, and took up an entire room. It was the first computer that was successfully sold to businesses. Smaller PCs came into widespread use in the 1980s. Over the last few years, laptop computers have become smaller, faster, and lighter, and they contain a greater number of features.
Okay. Okay, we read this information about computers. I think that the picture on your book, it's not similar to this one. here they are specifically talking about the IBM 701 computer, the PC. They said it's very huge and it took up an entire room. So it's a very big PC. I couldn't find a picture similar to the one on your book, but you can see it. It's in black and white, okay? You can see how old is it, how big is it, okay? This is an old PC, okay. So I have these questions, let's see it. Which computer is the PC? You have two pictures. Which one is the PC? The one in, excellent, in black and white. This is the PC they are talking about. The other one is a laptop, excellent, it's a laptop, okay? طيب, when did the PCs become popular? From the reading, read it. When did they become popular? They used the word to show that they used an adjective to show us that something is very popular. Where is the adjective you think? Excellent, widespread. Smaller PCs came into widespread. That means they become popular. In 1980s, this is when the PCs become popular and widespread, okay? When did people use computers like the one in black and white pictures? Do you see the one in black and white? When did they use these ones, not the smaller PCs? So when I say when, I'm looking for a number. Do you think it's the same one when it's 1980s? Do you think every house have a room full of big, huge PCs? لا, it became popular. The people used the computers in black and white in the 1953. So this is the date I'm looking for. طيب, here he wants you to know what adjectives do you think describe that computer. So they are talking about the huge computer. How did they describe it? It's in one line. How did they describe it? Read it. Skim the text. Okay? They said it is excellent, huge. This is an adjective. They said it is slow. So they said it's huge and slow. They use these adjectives to describe the PC. What about laptops? They used other adjectives to describe laptops. What did they say? They say it's faster, excellent, smaller, faster, and lighter, excellent. These are the adjectives they use to describe laptops, okay? The last question is the laptop computer different from the older computer? Do you think it's different? The PC, the old PC and the modern laptops? Do you think there is a difference? Yes, there is a huge difference, okay? There is a huge difference. And you can tell the difference when we underlined the adjectives. You can use it as a difference. You can say that the old computers are huge, slow, and took up an entire room. This is for the first one. While the laptops are smaller, faster, and lighter, and they contain greater number of features. So they have a lot of things you can use on your phone, modern things like Microsoft PPTs, these tools that help us and help our education, yes? This is the text related to computer, and the other text is about printers, and you can see an old picture of a printer and the modern printer here, okay? So listen to the text and we will have questions and we will discuss it together.
Printers. Mass printing has been around since Johannes Gutenberg invented movable type and the printing press in 1440 in Germany. Nowadays, small, portable, high-tech printers can be found in offices and homes everywhere.
Okay. Okay, these are the questions we will discuss. Who is Johannes Gutenberg? This is the name of a person. Who do you think this person is? From the text, he invented, excellent, he invented printers, okay? طيب, where was he from? He is from where? From the same sentence. He's from where? He's from Excellent. Germany. He's from Germany. When did he live? Around what time? Before Germany. Excellent. In the 1440s, he was around that time he was alive. How are printers different nowadays? Do you think the old printers are similar to the new modern printers? No, they are smaller, and you can find it almost in every house, almost everywhere. It's more easier to buy. They are small, portable, high-tech printers, okay? These are also adjectives they use to describe printers nowadays, okay? So, the third paragraph we will listen to is about televisions, okay? Let's hear the text together.
Televisions. Television has been around for a long time. The television set has become a common household device. It first became commercially available in the late 1930s, and black and white TVs became widespread in homes in the 1960s. Nowadays, we have digital color TVs and even mirrors that are also TV screens.
Okay. This is the text related to TV. We can find it in our book. I prepared these discussion questions to find the answers from the text. طيب, when did people first buy TV sets? Here, when he said when, I'm looking for a time. Here, they mentioned people starting to buy TV sets when? Excellent. In the 1930s, they become commercially available. But did people buy it around that time? It became widespread. This is the same adjective they used to show that something is popular, okay? TV became widespread in homes in the 1960s, so around 30 years from when they become commercially available for everyone to buy, okay? When did they become common in homes? Okay, they become common in the 1960s. How are TV different nowadays? Do you think the TV, the old TV, is similar to the new TV, or they are different? They are different. They mentioned that the old ones are in black and white, yes? And now we have digital colored TV, okay? And you can use many features like mirrors that are also TV screens. So you can mirror everything, anything on your phone, and you can show it and present it on TV, and you can see it. Watch it with your friends and family. So there are many differences, and also the way they look. Do they look the same? Here, it's flat screen, it's a plasma TV, it's smaller, okay, and thinner than these big TVs, okay? Which is, from the way they look, they are heavier to move around the house. So we have also here the paragraph which is about cameras, the old ones and the new ones. Let's listen to the text together.
Cameras. Digital photography hasn't been around for that many years. In 1975, Stephen Sasson, an engineer at Eastman Kodak, captured a black and white image on a digital cassette tape at a resolution of 0.01 megapixels. Before that, cameras used rolls of film to produce a photograph. George Eastman introduced rolls of film to the public in 1888 for use in his box camera.
Okay, so the paragraph is mainly talking about the old cameras. They didn't mention a lot of information about the modern and digital cameras, okay? So the first question, what did the people need to buy for their cameras before digital cameras? The digital cameras, you have like a small chip, memory chip, and you can insert it and you can then put it in your laptop and you can find everything there. But before, they didn't have this memory stick, okay? They had something else. It's mentioned here. Films. They have to buy films. It's a roll of film. When they finish taking the pictures, they can take it to a studio to adhere these pictures and change it from a small picture, and you can choose the size, and you can have it hard copy of it, not like the soft copies we can have with the digital camera. Yes? What makes one digital camera different from another? Okay? What other details that make digital camera different from another one? We have digital cameras. You have different features in it. Some cameras, they are more professional and they have different features in it. It's not the same. And I think the more features they have, they will cost more money. Okay? So if you want to use something for your home and you're not a professional photographer, you can use something simpler without all these features, and we can see around when with professional photographers. Okay? And here we have a paragraph about stoves and ovens. Stoves and ovens. Okay? Let's listen to this paragraph.
Stoves and ovens. The first successful gas stove appeared in 1826, and the first electric stove in 1891. The microwave oven was invented by accident in 1946, when engineer Percy Spencer realized that microwaves could heat and cook foods faster than conventional ovens. The first microwave oven for use in homes was produced in 1967.
Okay, let's see the questions related here. They mentioned also another device, not only ovens and stoves. They mentioned microwaves. Excellent. Does the stove have an oven? Do you think the stove, like this one, do you think underneath they have an oven? Some they do. Some you can only buy the stove alone, and you can buy the oven separately. But most and the most popular ones, they have the stove and the oven together. Okay? Where is it? As we said, the oven is underneath the stove. Which came first, the gas stove or the electric stove? Which one do you think came first? The first, here they said the first successful gas stove appeared in 1926. And the electric stove 1991. So which one is came first? The gas stove. Excellent. What heats and cook food the fastest? They mentioned the device that cook and heat food very fast, faster than an oven and a stove. Yes, they mentioned microwaves. Microwaves, they heat and cook food faster than the other devices. Okay? Cell phones, it's a paragraph about cell phones. Let's hear it together.
Cell phones. Portable cellular phones first appeared in the late 1970s. The early model was called the Brick. It weighed 2 pounds, 907 grams, offered just a half hour of talk time for every recharge, and sold for $3,995. Even though it was clumsy and expensive, consumers lined up by the hundreds to buy the first cellular phones as soon as they hit the market. Since then, phones have gotten smaller and much lighter, and they have become a necessary part of everyday life.
This is the paragraph about cell phones. Let's hear the question. When did cell phones first appear? So we're looking for a date. First appeared in 1970s. Excellent. How much do you think the older cell phone weighed? They mention about the weight. How much? Excellent. 2 pounds or 907 grams. This is how cell phones weighed. How much do you think it cost? So we're looking also for the money. Cost, that's mean we're looking for a currency. Excellent. 3,995, which is really very, very, very expensive than the modern cell phones. How long can you talk on cell phones before you have to recharge? They mentioned the time you spend to talking and using the phone before you have to recharge it. Yes, half an hour of talk time. This is what they offered here in our text. How long do you think you could talk on the older cell phone before you had to recharge it? This is the same question. Here they're talking about modern way. How long can you talk on your cell phone? So we're talking about the new cell phones. The old cell phones, you have half an hour, but the new ones, you can spend more times talking and using your phone. How long do you think you can spend? Maybe 7 hours before, 6 hours before you have to recharge it. It depends on your phone and you have, okay? Now, on your book, page 49, you have a quick check. Vocabulary. Find 6 words in the article that you think it's related to technology, okay? They provided an example, high tech. This is a word related to technology. Pause the video, skim the text, the inventions, and look for any words you think it's related to technology, okay? Then let's see the answers together. So these are some of the words we have found. Invention, computer, PCs. These words are related to technology. Screens, laptop, printer, device, television, digital, cassette tape, recharging, megapixels. These words are related to technology. Maybe you found other words. If you can't find the examples you found, it doesn't mean your answer is wrong. Maybe I missed some and you found it, okay? And part B, the comprehension, we have 6 questions and the answers should be based on the text we have in front of us. Okay, question 1, how long has IBM produced commercially successful computers? So the answer for the first question, we have to look for the computer part. We have different questions. Each question, read it and look for the paragraph related to it, okay? So the first one we said it's related to computer. How long has IBM produced commercially successful computers? How long? From here you can find the answer. Pause the video and think about it and let's see the answer together. IBM has produced commercially successful printers since 1953 for about 60 years. This is the answer for question 1. For question 2, it's related to printers. Has printing been around for a long time? Do you think it's been there for a long time? Yes or no? Printers has been around since 1440s. We took the answer from here. For almost 600 years. Okay, this is for the second question. The third question, it's about television. So this is, we will look at television paragraph. How long have TV sets been common in homes? How long? TV sets have been common in houses since the 1960s, for more than 50 years. This is the answer for number 3. Number 4, how long ago did the first microwave ovens appear in homes? So here also we are looking for a duration, for a time. Okay, the answer, the first microwave oven appeared in homes about 45 years ago. How did I know the answer? We can see it from the text. All the answers, we can find it in the text we find in front of us. Question 5, how long have cameras been on the market? Okay, how long? Cameras have been on the market for more than 120 years, since 1888. The last question we have, for how many years have people had cell phones? This is related to cell phones, so we will look at the paragraph related to cell phones. The answer is people have had cell phones for about 35 years, okay? So these are the answers for the comprehension check, okay? For your homework, I want you to do your workbook, page 117. If we want to sum up what we covered in our lesson today, we talked about technology and terms related to technology, and we listened to a text and we had a discussion and we answered the comprehension check. That's it for today. Inshallah, I will see you next class. Thank you for listening.